Hello everybody, this is Kyrix with another episode of This Week in Kyrix. Today is for the week of Wednesday, March 27th of 2019, and it's being recorded the morning of Friday, March 29th, 2019, because, again, lazy. It's been a pretty eventful week. I had Pokemon this week. I didn't do too much, but I did prove that just like with HeroClix, I've still got it, you know? I can still hold my own in a tournament, or a match, rather. I've also gotten back into the groove, so to speak, of recording, in that I've knocked out an episode of Shantae Half Genie Hero of Ninja Mode specifically. So that's something I've got in the works. I've done a couple episodes of Attack on Titan. That is to say, Attack on Titan 2, actually, but, you know. And there's a lot scheduled this week. My friend Reaper was supposed to come over Tuesday. No, actually Wednesday. But for whatever reason, it never happened. He tried calling me apparently, but couldn't get through. I don't know if it was because my phone's being a dick, or his phone's being a dick, or whatever. But what we were going to do is get some yard work done, and then he was going to record some more Adventures of Frank and Jay with me, as well as start Resident Evil Revelations 2. And didn't happen, so we'll try Saturday to an extent. We'll also try Tuesday for a little bit. We'll see how that goes. So, what's going on with me? I have... Ooh, that feels nice. Thank you, Betsy. I have a Russian blue on my shoulders, kind of kneading into my back, which feels kind of nice, because she's the one that I got. I didn't get this done to her. I found her this way. She's front to clawed. So when she kneads on me, rather than get pokies in my flesh, I get these massagey little nubs against my flesh instead, and it's really soothing. So that's kind of cool. It's not cool that it happened to her, but it is a pleasant effect. Anyway, oops, goddamn stuff. Hi. Anyway, so Saturday, I have a Star Trek tournament, allegedly. I say allegedly because half the time I'm the only one who shows up to these damn things. And that's not an exaggeration. I mean, it's me and the judge. And I'll sit up there for like an hour or so and then catch the fucking bus home. And it's frustrating as shit because it's basically the equivalent now of me going to work on my bike. It's like a 45-minute fucking bike ride. And I could be doing something with the hour and a half that I spend en route. Not to mention the hour or so I wait up there hoping someone will show up so I can play some goddamn Star Trek. But I'm debuting something special, and I have no problem talking about this, because even if some of my fellow players watched this, and they don't, but even if they did, knowing how I've been lately, this thing isn't getting uploaded for quite some time. By the time this hits the internet, this information will be long since old news. Hell, I'll probably be halfway through April, if not the start of May, by the time I actually get on this. But I'm debuting my Dream Fleet, which the Dream Fleet is just something silly I want to do. It's not some grand, awesome kill-everything fleet. But my Dream Fleet of 6 Tholian vessels. Just for funsies. I now own them. I had my roommate get them with his Amazon Prime account, and I now owe him about $100, both for the ships and for the cat litter I had him pick up for me. But it should be fun just to see how they play out. I don't expect to win. I don't even expect to do particularly well. They're not good ships, and while they are normally quite maneuverable, the way I'm playing them means that I'm going to be moving very predictably. So I expect this to turn into basically a shooting gallery for my opponent. But fuck it, I want to see how these things play. So I'm gonna. So that's Saturday, plus like I said, Reaper might be over, so some recording shenanigans might ensue as well. Then, you know, Sunday I'm back to work, like you do. Hello, Willow. And then I'm off again Monday. And Monday, April 1st, I am, unless plans change, and right now they're looking pretty solid, I am due to go to SeaWorld with a coworker. Although he's not really so much a coworker now that he switched over to the overnight shift. We just kind of work for the same company and we're friends. I mean, it's basically the same, but also completely different, you know what I mean? I'm tired of tripping over that damn thing. But, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna spend Monday in Orlando hanging out at SeaWorld, which is gonna be a blast for me. And most likely for him too, you know. And then, you know, Tuesday more Pokemon, because fuck it. I don't have any kind of weird HeroClix tournaments that I'm obligated to do out of some sense of loyalty. So I'm going to play some more Pokemon, because that's what I like to do. And then, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm back to work. And then Saturday, Aquatica, which I am looking forward to in such a big way. Aquatica seems to be this weird fusion of SeaWorld and Adventure Island, and for some reason it just now hit me that there's animals there. Which is really stupid given what I'm about to say. One of the big draws for me, one of the things that I looked up on the website and I'm like, oh god, we have to do Aquatica, is that they have what I call the Dolphin Slide, which is this corkscrewing slide that is advertised as you start out in pitch black and then you go through this corkscrew and then suddenly you can see everything, and that is so much faster. And next thing you know, you're fucking corkscrewing through the dolphin's tank in a clear plastic tube. Well, maybe it's plastic, maybe it's glass, I don't know what the fuck it is. Whatever it is, it's sturdy, and the dolphins will, you know, peek in there and watch you, and it just sounds really fucking cool. And I know there are some people who don't know a lot about animals who are probably sitting there like, oh, that's so cruel. It probably scares the dolphins. I really doubt that it does. Simply because when you're intelligent, you crave stimulation of any and every kind. And I'm sorry, having humans suddenly shoot through your living room for no discernible reason is pretty goddamn stimulating. So, you know, make of that what you will. So yeah, that's me for the weeks. It's looking like a real big fun event. Just in general, I've got a lot of shit going on, and I'm really excited about pretty much all of it. Especially, oh shit, this is dirty. Especially the prospect of getting my friend over here, playing some video games together, doing just some shit that we do, because we're buddies and all. And, yeah, it's just looking to be pretty energetic. Like I said, I am recording Shantae Ninja Mode DLC from Half Genie Hero so that I can eventually dub that over with one of Aizen's buddies. As well as that, I have I've been working on Attack on Titan 2, like I said. There's a couple other games I will be working on over time, gradually. I may or may not work on the Digimon game that I have, Digimon World. I want to say Evo, but I don't know if it is Evo. But either way, it's one of the new Digimon World games. The thing that's holding me back is there are a couple scenes, very minor scenes, shit that you wouldn't miss and shit that I could easily dub over, where it cuts out the cutscene so you can't fucking see it, which I still think is monumentally stupid, and I personally want to slap the shit out of the person who thought that was a good idea. But then again, it's a well-known fact that I'm an anti-censorship guy, and when you put things like that, you know, where we'll let you record shit, but only what we want you to record, that falls under the label of censorship, and censorship is bullshit. It just is. Either let us record everything, or let us record nothing. So, yeah. Yeah, that's looking pretty, lively, as it were. On a side note, I actually just beat Attack on Titan 2, like, earlier today, basically, and it was interesting. I mean, honestly, the ending was somewhat spoiled for me. Not the specifics, but the gist of it. And it didn't really surprise me what happened. I mean, I more or less guessed it. Especially towards the actual end of the game, right before, as it was happening. I'm like, oh, I know how this is going to go. But, still a fun game. And I like the little side note where you can basically rescue all of the characters who died, and get back all the characters who, let's just say, left for spoiler reasons. You know? Hey, no fighting! You girls know the rules. But, I will be doing all the story mode missions for my channel. I don't think I'll do any of the scouting missions on camera, as it were, on footage. But we'll see. Nonetheless, I'm really excited about it eventually hitting my channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about doing all the Resident Evils. Like 5, 6, Revelations 2, you know. And doing them all co-op with Reaper. And once I get a capture card, which will happen in the near future, it depends on how soon my finances stabilize that I can throw away enough money for a good one. But once I get a capture card, I'll work on things like, for sure, Digimon World, Resident Evil 7, etc. Things like that. Games that I want to get to, but don't want to deal with censored, because censorship is bullshit. mean, that, besides laziness, is one of the reasons I don't edit my videos, because, quite frankly, I don't believe in hiding my fuck-ups, you know? If I fuck up, you're gonna know I fucked up. And most of the time it'll be because I tell you and show you. On very rare occasions I will delete the video because something goes horribly wrong. But yeah, Shantae as a whole is being put somewhat on hold based on the fact that I switched PlayStations. So all my save data is on the roommate's PlayStation. So I basically have to beat the game again. Twice. And the reason for that is because when I do Friends to the End, which is the main thing I was working on at the time, as well as all the other side things like Officer Mode, Ninja Mode, Pajama Mode, etc., is I'm trying to get all the heart squids. And the best way for me to do that is by doing it all at once and not being really sloppy. And I could spend minutes just wasting everyone's time and showing you, hey, this is where this is where this is, etc. Or, rather than spend 20 minutes searching a single mission, which I have done before, I beat the game first on my playthrough, or beat the levels, find all the heart squids and do my best to commit them to memory, and then I do it on the save file and show how it's done. You know? Now, the one problem with this is it's led to the fact that I'm basically speed running the game. Like, my average mission length is like 8 to 10 minutes. So what I might do, when we get around to this, depending on how long, say, Ninja Mode is, for example, I might just do the thing all as one take. You know, like do all the episodes at once. String them together, put them on Dropbox, send it to him, do the co-com, combine our audio, that kind of shit. But yeah, the whole thing just kind of goes into that little label of we'll see. You know, we'll see how I do it. We'll see what floats my boat at the time. As a side note, I've been watching the anime My Roommate is a Cat, and it's really adorable. I love Haru. She's got a great voice and a great personality. And as someone who lives with 4 cats, well, actually with 5, but in close proximity to 4 of them at all times, it's pretty dead on to how they act. I really hate it when the bucket is on a different floor from the incinerator. I guess I'm kind of spoiled with that first mission of how easy I had it. On a lighter note, I'm not quite over my cold yet, and it's driving me nuts. Sorry for the nose blowing. Basically, at certain points, I'm just congested and miserable, and for whatever reason, right now is one of those points. So, I don't think I'll be recording this too much longer. Which kind of sort of royally pisses me off, but what can you do, really? So, I covered the gist of it, all the basics. I went over what's going on, and quite frankly, it's late. So, I'm going to log out. I will see you all in the near future. And we're going to call it here. I've got games to work on, and I'll talk to you another time. Bye-bye, everybody.